What's going on, everybody? This is your boy AK Eagles, and welcome to another Sub Monday. I appreciate everyone for being here. Haven't done one of these in like a week or two. I apologize. So how's everyone doing? Jordy Fighter, how you doing, my guy? As always, Matthew Goodman. Thank you for showing up, dude. Even though you are a Dallas fan, much respect. Um, what's good, Papa? How you doing, man? Jinx Wolf, my guy. Appreciate you. Um, Philly girl, how you doing? Appreciate you. No problem. And please drive safe and you know, uh no. But excellent win yesterday, I say excellent because they kind of proved a couple things to me, but it was ugly. But I will be opening up the chat for you guys. So you guys can come on. It's all good, Philly girl. No problem. Yeah, I know, man. It's been like 2 Mondays I missed, so I apologize, everyone. And Philly Foothills. He messaged me this morning. We've been talking all week, and he is feeling better. He told me so. Hopefully, we'll be back in the nest out west. This coming weekend with the East Meets West podcast. So, but yeah, I'm gonna drop the link for you guys and. Let you guys come on, express how you felt, about yesterday's win and, what you guys feel going forward is going to be like. So, can't wait to talk to each and every one of you. It's going to be fun. So, but yeah, all in all, to me, it seemed like, yesterday our defense definitely held us together. Offensively, what's good, BPS?
What's good, bro?
It was ugly, you know. But one thing I must say is Jalen Hurts. He kind of proved to me a little bit that he can bring us back in tough situations, which is one thing that I was actually pretty excited to see. It was an ugly win, but it is a win. So, how do you guys feel about that? I was actually pretty excited to say it was an ugly win, but
What
it
up?
was a win.
Where I'm at, bro. BLSD.
How do you guys feel about
Who's everywhere?
Delonte, you got an echo, my guy.
BLSD is everywhere, man.
What do you mean?
What'd you say, AK?
No problem, Rick. Oh, you're good now, man. No, there was an echo for a little bit.
All right.
My God, be everywhere.
So,
Now, blah.
So yeah, no lie though. Does Jalen Hurts' comeback win yesterday, even though it was ugly, give you guys a little hope?
What I seen yesterday, it gives me a little hope. Like I said, I'ma always have hope as long as we in the thick of things. But we still got a lot of work to do, and we still is a long way from go for being that contenders that everybody thought we was in the regular, in the off season. It was a defensive struggle. It was a defensive battle all day yesterday, and Jalen Hurts have some winning mentality and some clutch performance, but I just want him to work on inconsistency. He's inconsistent right now, throwing the ball, the throw to the Dante Jackson towards the sideline. It looked like he overshot a receiver over there.
Nah, that was Ertz. That was Ertz.
Well, Ertz, it was somebody. It was somebody he overshot.
It was Ertz, yeah.
Yeah, okay, but it was a terrible interception. We definitely got to get better. We definitely got to get better. It was an offensive struggle, and our offense haven't really did nothing since the Atlanta game. We really haven't did anything. We struggled. He got to do a better job of stop looking for Devontae Smith all the time. Quez Watkins made a couple of big plays when he was wide open. Let's get this guy involved more. Let's get Rager involved more, which is I don't think Rager is bad, and I need people to stop saying Rager is bad. Rager is pretty. I think he's going to be. I think Rager is going to be a pretty good receiver. It takes time for everybody to develop. Even Devontae Smith having some struggles. We thought he's gonna come right up out of the gate and perform. These guys are second and first year type guys that we need to hold on and develop. You cannot develop any guys if you're gonna just all of a sudden want their ass up out of here right then and there. These guys have got to develop. We got to give these guys more times, and we just got to give these guys more time because once we give up on them, and we see them be successful with another team, that can question the coaching staff and the coaching staff able to being able to develop players. So we got to give these guys like Rager and Devontae Smith more time instead of wanting to give up on them. But otherwise, it was a offensive struggle, and I think everything is going to be pretty much okay. But I'm not saying we're going to be bad, but like I say, again, going into playing Tampa Bay, I mean, hey, we just got to be ready for on a short weekend, man. So like I say, it's a good win yesterday against a good defensive team. The Panthers was really good on defense. They were physical, and I'm glad this defensive line showed up yesterday, and their secondary showed up late. Even though there was a little confusion on that touchdown for number 85, and I saw Singleton point again, look like they was talking to Kayvon Wallace, and I'm tired of seeing guys confused, don't know where the hell they supposed to be, don't know who to pick up, don't know nothing. I'm tired of that. I'm getting tired of that, and we cannot have that on Thursday night against a Super Bowl contending team. But it was a good win yesterday against a good football team and a good defensive team. And like I said again, I think we're gonna be fine. I just think we just got to hold off on. We just got to take it 1 week at a time as a unit together, man.
For sure. And shout out to Philly, the podcast, for stopping in, man. Appreciate you. And Philly Girl, welcome to the show.
Hey there, buddy. How you doing? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
we
got you.
Perfectly fine.
Okay, so look, I just wanted to clear that up. Rather than continue to mess up messages, it was supposed to say I'm tuned in from the road, not let's go to dinner or whatever the hell came up on there. So
it's all
I'm really
good.
sorry.
Don't worry about it. No, I understand the talk and text thing. I do it all the time too, and it gets confusing.
Yeah, so I'm sorry about that.
No, you're good.
That's really the only reason why I hopped up here. I don't want to take up too much of your time. What's good, everybody?
What's good, Philly girl?
Philly, the podcast. I see you down in the
What's
chat.
going on?
What's good?
Hello. B, hello. Is Big Play Slay still sitting up here?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm great.
So while you're on
You
here
know,
real fast, let me know how you feel about yesterday's win.
okay, so look, I'll keep it real with y'all. At the half, I really thought we were going down. So I laid down and took a nap. And then when I woke up, I saw that we had won, and I was kicking myself in the butt for not watching the second half. So when I get to where I'm resting for the night, I'm going to go ahead and rewatch the second half, because apparently that was the half you should have seen if you saw either half. So
Yeah, definitely the fourth
I'm anxious to listen to the fourth quarter. Okay, very good.
Definitely.
But I am anxious to hear what everybody else has to say. So I'm going to drop down and continue to listen.
All right. Well, thank you for coming.
All right. Yeah, thanks for letting me up. See
No
ya.
problem. Bye-bye.
Peace out, Philly girl.
That's a 1 in a million right there. So everyone enjoy that one. It doesn't happen very often.
Yep.
So how about you, Slay? How you feel about yesterday, man? What did you take away from it? Let's hear it.
We finally made adjustments, we finally made adjustments, and we did it correctly, we made adjustments properly, and it helped us to win this game. Because I'm gonna keep it real, I didn't think we were gonna adjust after that first half. We were gonna play a little bit better, but I didn't think it would be that much better. They didn't play the best in the second half, but they still played good enough to win the game. And
what Jalen show you, if anything?
Jalen had he didn't have the best game.
No.
I'll admit that he had a bad game, but he showed me enough to where he can I guess to say strive for greatness, because he can come back when he has to. And that's a lot of, skill for a quarterback. And he showed a lot of heart.
Yeah.
He took a lot of hits that some quarterbacks would probably not take in this league. What was it? That one play that to Quez Watkins that gave us a lot of momentum. He
Mhm.
ate a hard shot that would have probably taken out any other quarterback in this league. That hit was very hard. Maybe not Carson Wentz because he's a big guy, but I don't even know if Wentz would got up from that. That hit was very hard. But Jalen showed me fight. He showed me why he was such a warrior, and people gave him all this damn praise in college to now, with taking hits and getting back up and keep on going. But as far as like the entire team, they played a good game to get the victory. So I like that. I like what we did, but the defense was the MVP. That's the real MVP right there. The defense was the real MVP in this game. That's all I got to say.
You were probably really happy for Slay, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. He was the MVP, the true MVP, the true MVP. Darius Slay is a grown man, by the way. Everyone in this damn chat, don't ever disrespect Darius Slay again. He is the real number 2, and DJ Moore is the fake number 2.
And you know what? Nelson seemed to come into his own this week too. That was definitely a step forward for him. He definitely got that game-winning interception there, and I really I'm really impressed this game so far. It seems like everyone's kind of settling into their roles. I really like Davion Taylor. Hopefully he gets some more time. Fletch got a sack yesterday. That was awesome. It's good to see him kind of come out here a little bit. So hopefully that'll get him motivated. But yeah, it seems like the defensive line is just now getting used to being without BG. I think it took him a couple weeks to adjust to that. But Sweat looked really good. They all did, man. I have nothing really truly bad to say about our defensive performance yesterday.
How about Marcus Epps, bro? He was flying all over that damn field.
Yeah. And McLeod played good. Harris played good.
Jannard Avery put some.
Avery did good. Yep. And dude, even Jackson, had a couple of plays there on the line. So seems to be pitching in now, and it seems like a good thing.
Dude, I'm telling you though, our corners came in clutch though. Those two corners, Slay and Nelson, show the names on the screen because mine describes it. Darius Slay and Steve Nelson are grown men.
What's crazy?
They both put up 3 interceptions on Sam Darnold combined.
Yep.
What's
they
crazy?
both combined for 3 interceptions, and Steve Nelson was the one to steal the game.
Yeah.
That's what I like the most, pretty much, our secondary, especially our corners. They were locking down Slay with 2 amazing interceptions, and then Steve Nelson with the one to steal the game. I loved our 2 corners in that game.
Yeah, what's crazy, Eagles and Sexer?
What's up, bud?
I had a funny feeling that Jonathan Gannon's coaching would have been a lot better in this game. And you know why is that Jonathan Gannon, he was yelled at by Nick Sirianni allegedly this week. Same thing with Darius Slay. He wasn't yelled at, but after that, what was it? After that Chiefs game, he said he just didn't like the taste of this L all over his mouth. Pause. He said he'd rather have an orange juice right now. He wanted something else. He wanted to be in that winning column.
Yeah.
And what happened? They played better today. Yesterday.
Now, do you believe that's more of them adapting to his system and kind of settling in, or do you believe this week he adapted the defense to more suit them?
Like, are you talking about the scheme?
Yeah. Like for JG, do you believe that it's just his scheme still, and they're just adapting to it and finally settling into the rules, and they're feeling comfortable, or do you believe he altered the scheme a little bit to adapt more to his players, like he's been saying he's doing?
I think it's partially that, but I partially think it's Sam Darnold when he gets pressured. I've noticed this a lot when he gets pressured by the D line and the defensive coordinator kind of confuses him. He starts to crumble. And that has happened a lot over the years. I think it's the players adapting to the scheme, but the scheme also making a quarterback look really bad is what I kind of think. I just think it's more sort of Sam Darnold playing terrible football, and it's just like you can't do that, especially when these boys are really freaking motivated.
Papa, I'll bring you in a minute, man. I can only have 6 people on right now for about.
I mean, I want to get to a point right quick.
Yes, sir.
The secondary was good. I'm not ready to say Steven Nelson is a grown man because I'm seeing inconsistencies of him all through the year. Darius Slay been nothing but good. He held his side down. I can say he's a grown man, and we gotta chill out on Diggs being better than Darius Slay because Darius Slay put up way more productive years as a top 5 corner in the league. So we gonna stop disrespecting Darius Slay right now. We gonna stop that because he's put up
Yes,
way
sir.
more productive years, and he was a top 5 corner in the league. So I'm not saying Diggs is not good. He's playing like one of the best corners in the league, but we gonna stop disrespecting Slate, putting Diggs over him, and he had way more productive years than Diggs. This is probably the one good year for Diggs, so we gonna stop. We need to stop that right now. And Jalen Hurts, he didn't play great, but he made winning plays. He made winning plays when it mattered the most and down the stretch, and that's all that matters. He made the winning plays. The quarterback keep to get the touchdown. When he was getting chased up out of the pocket, the pretty pass to Devontae Smith. That was a winning play that he made, and I like that. I mean, he was beaten up and battered, and 2 back-to-back plays. Son Riddick damage to his head off both plays, and he got up. And you wouldn't see no other quarterback basically got up for that. But didn't want to put that out there. He made winning plays yesterday, and that's really all that matters. But I want to see more improvement from Steven Nelson. Actually, that's what I want to see more improvement because. But prior to this game, he was getting beat. He got beat during the Chiefs game. He got beat. He got beat during the San Francisco game and the Dallas game as well. So I want to see him get. I want to see him get beat. I want to see him get better. Get better. That's all I want to say. But we're not going to disrespect Darius Slay, someone who's been a top 5 corner in the league with a bad organization, and someone who was put in a bad position by Jim Schwartz last year. Now, the way he played yesterday, hey, we're not going to disrespect Darius Slay. We're not going to do that today. Y'all can go ahead.
Yeah. What's good, man? How you doing, man?
I am doing great. Winning feels good. The rest of the NFC East sucks.
I cannot wait until Tyreek Hill absolutely torches the fuck out of Trevon Diggs. That's why Tyreek Hill will have a 300-yard day against Trevon Diggs, and he puts a ass whooping on that boy. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Eagles, Giants, and Washington fans say, "Oh, wait till he plays a good receiver." He's been playing good receiver, and he's locking them down.
I will give you that. He has been playing really good receivers, but Slay overall is still a better corner. But he is playing better football right now. I'll give you that.
Yeah, just saying, the Cowboys are easily the best team in the East. It's not even close.
Oh my god!
Just saying.
How many times are you gonna rub that in, bro?
Hey,
well,
like I said, it's clear for right now.
Oh yeah.
For right now, I'm going to tell you guys have the best record. You know, you did a good job yesterday. It is what it is. You guys, hey, props, whatever. But
infamous. That's not.
It's only week 5. You know.
Listen. From how much crap I've gotten from Eagles and Giants fans, I'm gonna rub it in until we lose again. I can't. I'm gonna keep rubbing it in because I know it makes you angry that we look like one of the best teams in the NFL. I know it does. It makes you hurt.
Look like it doesn't mean you're gonna be. And I mean, even if you do make,
we beat we beat a Chargers team at their house who beat they beat the Chiefs, they've beaten the Raiders and the Browns.
Bro, it's any given Sunday, my guy. It doesn't matter if you beat them once. If you meet them in the playoffs when it really matters most, that's when it matters about winning. Not right now. Get there and then win. If you win, okay. But dude, if you go in another year without a win and now it's 27, I don't want to hear shit.
That's not what I said, my guy. This dude be twisting up words every single time.
Imagine if the Cowboys lose to the Patriots on Sunday, led by Mac Jones and Bill Belichick.
The Patriots almost lost to the Texans. I would highly doubt it.
I told y'all my Houston Texans going to be better than everybody thinks. I told y'all. Even though we won in 4, that team was going to compete and fight hard. And down the stretch, those are the teams y'all will everybody needs to take notice because those are the teams that has nothing to lose. And those are the teams, teams with losing records, they can shock you as much as the ones that are already good. So like I say, again, I'm proud of the way Houston played yesterday, even though we lost. I'm proud of the way we played. So, hey, I mean, I told y'all this team is not going to be as bad as everybody speaking. And by the way, AK, Houston Texans got another turnover yesterday.
No.
Hey, Dante, you realize the Eagles did too, so you had a great night's sleep.
You said what?
The Eagles did too, so you had
I mean, like I said, I get some great sleep every time. Even though if they don't goddamn win, I don't lose sleep.
How is your little league football team doing?
We won 18-0. At least we can run the football. At least we can run the football with something that we can't do. We can't be balanced. We need to be more balanced on the offensive side of the football, man, because I don't like being one-dimensional. I just don't, man. It makes it easier to figure out. And like I say again, I don't think they think Kenny Gainwell is probably better. I think Kenny Gainwell they think Kenny Gainwell is just better in their system more than Miles Sanders.
He fits the offense better.
Dallas has a top 5 offense. I think they're the best offense. You can't convince me otherwise.
No, they don't.
They are not the best offense.
Let's go by
that is the Bills' title to lose.
Hey,
I think
let's go by position group.
A top 5 offense too, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, let's go by position group. Offensive line. Would we say they're the best right now? Are they playing the best?
They are.
All right. Quarterback. Arguably playing like a top 5 quarterback. Right? Running backs. They have 2 guys, and they're rushing for over 200 yards a game. I'm pretty sure that's second best in the league.
Okay.
And then Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup's hurt. Cedric Wilson looks like a stud. And then we have Dalton Schultz, who some reason looks like a top 10 tight end.
And you know what's sad, dude? You're not going to do anything with it.
Okay, we'll see.
Yep.
We will see.
Yeah, you're definitely.
You can sit here and say you got all this talent all you want. I vaguely remember you guys starting out 7-1 a couple of years back, and then going 7-9 and completely trashing and missing the playoffs. So I mean, I'm not too worried about you. Like I said,
7-1.
We went 7-1 the year, and then they lost 8 in a row and lost.
No, we didn't.
You did.
I don't remember that happening.
When?
Yeah, you did.
When? What year?
The year you guys lost like those 6 games.
Yeah, we didn't go 7-1. What are you talking about?
Year.
No, we didn't. We started 5-3. That's when Zeke's last game before he got suspended was the Chiefs game where we beat them. And then
he's right. They did go 5-3, and then
that's fine. That's fine. Even still, 5-3, but you still missed the playoffs.
Yeah, we did. We almost made it, but we missed it. Sure, fine.
And you guys had to lead for the most part there. I mean, we
No, we
had
didn't.
to work our
The
way
Eagles
back.
were the best team in that division that year, and it wasn't even close. You had to lead the entire season.
Was that in 17 that happened?
Yeah, that was that year.
Oh yeah, that
Well, you
yeah
had
we
no
were
chance anyway
yeah
then.
that
My
year
bad.
we were the
My
best.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad.
I mean, 2018, that's a little more comparable because we were both right there, the thick of things. But yeah,
Except
Trevon
you've
Diggs.
had a dominant offense for the last couple of years, and you haven't done anything with it. I'm not truly worried until you do. When you do,
Just
then we'll
pray. Just pray that Trevon Diggs has one bad game and then we could just start bagging him. Like, I want him to have the worst game of his life. The worst game of his life.
Well, here's the problem. Well, first with you, Uncensored, I heard you say a very eerily similar thing in the before the season started. I'm not going to say anything until they do it. If they do it against the Eagles, then I'll give them props and say they did it. Well, we demolished you, and they haven't proven they can't do anything with it.
I mean, again,
Are you in the
we
playoffs yet? Are you in the Super Bowl yet? No, you are not. Therefore, I'm not worried, my guy. You can listen. Regular season, you can beat us. That's fine. Whatever. One, get into the playoffs and then win it, and then I'll be worried. That's what I'm saying. You can beat us in the regular season. What's that prove? Okay, you win. You have the better team. Okay, you should look at all the weapons you fucking have. I mean, my God. You guys have a stacked fucking offense. You better fucking win. If you lose, then that's just really shitty for you. No lie. You guys should go to the Super Bowl this year if you keep playing the way you play. But you better fucking win, because if not, then what was it all for? Nothing.
Let's look at the rest of this Cowboys schedule. They face the Pats, Vikings, Broncos, Falcons, Chiefs, Raiders, Saints, Washington, Giants, Washington, Cardinals, Cowboys. I mean Eagles, my bad. They face the Eagles after that. For the last game. Yeah, that schedule is probably not gonna get any better, but they can still win a lot of games there.
Yo, what's going on, Payo? How you doing, man? Shout out to your team, by the way. Yeah. Could the Eagles keep the offense more like the Ravens? It seems like that's kind of what they're doing, but the Ravens run the ball 10 times more than what we do.
Not dissing Hurts, but he's nowhere near close to Lamar's speed. Lamar ran a 4.3, and that's what we've heard. That's the slowest time we've heard.
It's pretty popular.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with Future. I don't want it to be Lamar. I'm not trying to get my quarterback killed out here. Like, I don't mind him running. He is a smart runner. When he does go to get hit, he gets down. That's fine. But don't kill his legs, man. We don't need a Michael Vick. We don't need a Lamar. Just let him use his legs when he has to escape the pocket, get away from pressure. And sometimes, do some design QB scrambles. That's fine. So, but you don't need him to be Lamar. You don't.
No.
Dak learned that lesson quick last year.
What's that?
Dak learned that lesson quick last year. You don't have to always use your legs and fight for extra yards.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I said, that was because of Dallas' offensive line. Dallas' offensive line was putrid last year, so that's why most of the time Dak Prescott was scrambling. Dallas' offensive line was terrible last year. It was terrible last year. That's why they got Dak Prescott hurt last year. They were terrible, and he had to run for his life the whole year.
But the Chiefs are starting to remind me of the Cowboys from last year.
Terrible defense and good offense. Yeah.
Yes.
Unstoppable offense, but got a terrible ass defense.
But one thing they do have better.
Their offense has been soft, so I wouldn't go that far.
But their offensive line has been better. That's it.
I hope they would be better. They paid big dollars.
Goodman, who do you guys play this weekend coming up?
The Pats.
Oh yeah, that's right. Wow.
It's at Pat, so it's gonna be
Oh
tough.
yeah, that's a win that you should.
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
playing against Mac Jones
They
and Bill Belichick in Foxborough.
that don't matter though, man. They don't have Stephon Gilmore anymore and all that shit. Like, it's going to be hard for them to stop their wide receivers, honestly.
That's true, but it's hard to
And
beat
we all know
Belichick.
that
It's hard to beat
they know
Belichick.
personally that
They-
Jalen Mills is a definite killer when it comes to, the stop and go fight every
They
fucking
slowed
time.
down Tom Brady and the Bucs,
Huh?
and a lot of people will say they have a better offense than the Cowboys. So that's why I think it could be tough.
Can I just say one real quick
I
thing?
mean, every game's going to be tough. It doesn't matter who you're playing. Any given Sunday.
Kellen Moore needs to be a head coach.
He will be.
He
Oh,
better
probably,
be a
yeah.
head coach.
And
If he
Tampa
does
Bay,
not become a head coach, that is a epitome.
Tampa
right
Bay
there.
in that game too.
Jerry
Tampa-
Jones would have to
My
offer
bad.
him a lucrative
Colts are
contract
gonna lose.
for him to stay.
You better.
Oh, I'm sure he will.
Tampa Bay in that game against New England, they dropped a lot of footballs in that game too. Antonio Brown dropped a touchdown. Mike Evans was dropping passes. They dropped a lot of footballs in that football game in New England. They dropped a lot of them.
For Kellen Moore to stay, he would have to get a lot of money, and he would have to be guaranteed the successor to Mike McCarthy, which he probably is if he stays.
Y'all
I
see
was going to
where
say,
I'm
I
going
would
with
honestly move on from Mike McCarthy before I moved on from
Pay him.
Moore.
Pay him right now. Be like, listen, you're the guy after Mike McCarthy goes.
this. Y'all see where I'm going with this. Start Minshew.
Oh, you're crazy.
Start Minshew.
No,
because you're playing the Buccaneers.
no.
You're playing.
See,
No,
we're-
hang on. Let me explain. You're playing Tom Brady. You might as well just put Minshew in because Minshew's a backup. You know Tom Brady cannot stand backups. He usually loses to backups.
Is Minshew even active?
Start Minshew.
No, he's not, which is why this comment is so stupid. And we kept telling him yesterday, but he doesn't listen.
Hashtag start
starting
Minshew
Gardner
only
Minshew.
for this
What
game.
the fuck
Only
are
for
you
this game.
talking about, Slay?
There's a reason half the Discord blocks him.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
Also, I saw a lot of.
If we did that, dude, Nick wouldn't have a job come fucking.
Oh, Nick absolutely would not have a job.
Yeah.
And Papa,
Also-
that's not the reason why the Discord bans me. It's because I have like 50 different accounts.
I didn't say you. I
Still
didn't
ain't
say
starting
block you.
Minshew, bull. We
I was
keep
not talking about you,
Jalen
Nick.
starter.
If you did,
I have
if you
so
thought I
many
was, my
accounts
bad.
in that damn Discord. I finally
Wait,
kept
no,
one.
wait. For Thursday night, let's start Joe Flacco for a change. The battle of old QBs.
Joe Flacco does kind of own Tom Brady.
Facts.
I mean, that's not even a joke. He beat Tom Brady in the playoffs, and he's played Tom Brady quite well every time they faced
Start
off.
Joe Flacco right now. Start him.
Let's go. Flacco right now. Let's go.
Flacco season,
You
man.
said waiting for J-Jaw to
Thank you,
break
man.
out.
Flacco season.
my
Flacco
guy.
season. Flacco
Also,
season.
just saying, Jabril Cox filled in Jalen Smith's role quite nicely.
But how do y'all feel about this game though? Against Tampa.
Was
Oh,
that real quick? Was that Jabril Cox's first game? Or?
it was his first game that he got real playing time.
Got it. Oh yeah.
And
I didn't know because I knew that
not like
shoulder.
not just like a few snaps, right?
No, I wouldn't say he played 50% of the snaps, but he played a solid amount of snaps.
Got it.
About
Oh,
Jalen Smith stats.
Jabril's gonna be good, man. There's no doubt about
He's
it.
gonna be good, but that's
I wanted him for our team.
So
where I feel like
Future-
should worry everybody.
I mean,
He's a-
Parsons is already starting to be a pretty decent linebacker.
Parsons was all over the place yesterday.
Dude, no kidding, bro. He did the
Linebacker
same thing
defensive
at Penn State.
No,
didn't
think about
play for
this.
Penn
You know how Kadarius Tony's pretty
Yeah,
fast,
he did.
right?
Yes, he did.
No, Jabril
Mike-
Cox did not
No,
play.
we're talking
Oh,
about.
I thought you were
Michael
talking
Parsons.
about Michael Parsons.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
that's
you
what
were
I'm
talking
talking
about Jabril Cox.
I'm talking about Michael Parsons.
Yeah,
Think about
bro. Cox played at LSU.
Yeah.
Think about
And he
this.
played for North Dakota State.
Kadarius Tony's really fast, right?
Mhm.
Really explosive. Michael Parsons ran him down.
He's still
That
way
doesn't
more
make
fast
sense.
than Michael Parsons.
But was it just?
They were
was
both going full
Michael
speed.
Parsons is playing like a grown man right now.
my question is, and this is not me dissing Parsons. Was Tony trying to be elusive, or was Tony just running in a straight
I
line as
think
fast
He
as he
was
can?
running full steam ahead.
Full steam ahead. Okay, because I know Tony.
Like it was at the goal line, and he just excelled straight, and he caught him.
Okay, because I know Tony, because he's an ex-Gator, and I'm a Florida fan. That man, he was called the human joystick in college for a reason, because that man can get elusive. If he runs back 15 yards, or I guess if pressure's coming and he's having to run back 15 yards, he'll gain probably positive 2 yards. It's so funny because there are many times I was like, that man just ran 17 yards for a 2-yard gain.
Your mic is doing
just that elusive. He's
yesterday.
able to avoid pressure sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Your mic is doing what it was doing yesterday, by the way.
I don't.
Your mic is literally getting louder, and then it gets back to normal
I don't know what's going on.
every time.
I don't know what's going on.
Hey, AK man, you need to you might need to console your boy
Because you got
Logan, man.
headphones on. You got headphones on. That's
Boy,
what
Logan.
Yeah, I know, but
Hey.
the mic is muted, so or the mic.
Yeah,
on the
I
headphones are
know,
muted.
I know, Coach. I actually thought about that. I was looking for him to be live last night, but I must have got it at the wrong time.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, dude, I watched that Daniel Jones thing, man, and I was like, oh my god,
He gave himself a concussion.
dude, he got fucked up.
Daniel
gonna say
Jones.
last-
Daniel Jones got messed over.
Oh, you didn't see
He messed
that?
himself
Nah,
up.
I ain't seen
Yo,
that.
he was stumbling so fucking bad. Like the refs
It's like he
grabbed
had-
him. Dallas players grabbed him because, dude, he was going down. They fucked him up.
It looked like he had like 5 martinis during the night.
No
Just
lie,
5
bro.
martinis.
When he stood up, his lips were white, like he just seen a ghost.
His
Like,
face
he
was
You know what's
fucking
crazy?
bad.
You know what's crazy?
What day is it? McDonald's.
You know
He
what's
didn't know.
crazy? Daniel Jones is
What do you
gonna
mean,
beat the
Papa
Dallas
Storo?
Cowboys.
Never
Daniel
mind.
Jones is gonna beat you. I don't care what anyone says. Daniel Jones is gonna beat you. I don't care what anyone says. He found
Dak
how
Prescott.
to beat that damn Dallas Cowboys team. He did.
Dak Prescott
Oh.
since his rookie year is 8-0 versus the Giants.
He
BLS,
was
you-
gonna beat you all this
buddy.
year, though.
No, he wasn't.
You're gonna
Yes,
take
he
me
was.
off uncensored?
Just real
We
fast.
outgained them
All
by
right,
100.
that's
I'm
cool.
just playing with you. I'm just playing with you, my guy.
Better be.
Oh my god, I cannot stand Dallas now. Blah.
Yo,
What's good, Mitch?
What up, money
so
man?
much. Just got done with my stream with Birdman.
Oh,
How'd that go?
That was good. It went very well. We had Boys for Life in there trolling. We had a couple Cowboys fans in there trolling. It was fun. There were a lot of injuries yesterday.
you're lucky you weren't here listening to Matthew Gitman. Just saying.
Who?
The Cowboys, man.
Oh, hey.
Hey, so let me get your take now that you're here. I installed them. Yesterday, it was a win, but it was an ugly win. You know, what did you learn from the team, the coaches, and did Jalen Hurts bringing us back there at the last end of the game? Does that kind of give you a little bit more confidence about him? That even though it was ugly, he can still pull it off some way, somehow?
I mean, the kid's got heart. He's got heart. He's got drive. That's basically what I want. His stats were trash, like garbage. We can all agree. But hey, if you can get that dub in any way, shape, or form, do that, man. Do that. And that's what he did. But it's just like my confidence, I got to see it against Tampa Bay on Thursday. That's a real test. I got to see it.
I hope Tampa whoops your ass.
And I hope Tyreek Hill whoops Trevon Diggs' butt.
And I hope Mac Jones goes off and throws 400 yards on your defense.
I
And
hope so.
I highly doubt it.
I would
Yo,
laugh.
is that Dante? Hey, Dante.
Meanwhile, Mitch is in his own world.
Yeah. Dude,
But no, Vic, I agree with you guys in the chat. They did ask, who do you guys have winning this game tonight, and what's the prediction? So, let's go around. Who does each one of you guys have, and what do you think the score is going to be for tonight's game?
I'll go first.
Go for it.
Or you go first.
No, go for it. I'll go last.
I'm going with the Colts. I feel like the Colts are gonna get the dub tonight. I have a funny feeling, man. I'm going with the Colts tonight.
This guy?
Oh my
Hold on.
god!
Oh, shit, I'm not muted.
What up, Joe?
Yo, real fast, Slay. Hey, Joel, I know if you want to come in too, man, go ahead. And
Let's
come
get him
on.
here.
But I do want to tell you, my guy, I apologize for Daniel Jones yesterday. That looked scary as shit. You know, I don't like to see anyone get injured. You know, I hate on that guy a lot, but still, that was fucking ugly, dude. So I hope he's good.
Yeah, let's get Joel in here, bro. But
Yeah, go for it.
let me explain before you turn your damn
You're a
head
Carson Wentz
around.
fanboy again.
Let me explain before you guys
I
all
refuse.
turn your damn heads around, especially you, Papa Sora. I only picked the Colts because last year the Colts almost beat the Ravens, and I know this is a completely different team, but Baltimore, I mean, the Colts have been playing solid. Like, the Colts have been improving every single game, in my opinion. They've gotten better every single game. So, I'm going to go with the Colts. I think it's going to be a very, very, very close game. And I'm going to go with the Colts here. I think the Colts win 24. No, I would say 27 24. They win by a field goal because of who was the Colts kicker again?
Rodrigo Blankenship.
Yeah, Rodrigo the Goat Blanket.
What kind of name is that?
Rodrigo.
I'm
the
sorry.
Goat Blanket.
I feel like all he needs to do is get on the sideline, step on the dude's glasses. There goes your game-winning kick.
The Goat Blankenship is gonna hit a 30-yard field goal to end the game, and the Colts win. And I'm approved.
Okay, you literally realize that they have one of the greatest kickers, they being the Ravens. If anybody's kicking a game-winning field goal, it ain't gonna be no scrawny, nerdy-looking white boy.
He's not a slouch. Rodrigo Blankenship is not a slouch. You don't disrespect that man. He's a really good kicker.
He's a Georgia player. Of course, I'm gonna disrespect him.
A really good kicker.
Pat. Don't disrespect Pat. He ain't no Pat McAfee.
Yes, he's better than Pat McAfee.
Get this man off the channel.
I'm playing.
What's
Cancel
going
this
on,
man.
Joel? On that note, we are going to stop right there. How's it going, buddy?
Yo, rough.
How you
Very
feeling?
rough.
Joe, I'm sorry for you, my man.
Hey, you know what? It's a part of the game. Barkley thing was a fluke. You know, I don't understand the play call with Jones getting hurt because they know the type of quarterback Jones is. I mean, you tell him to run a play, he's going to run the play. And we've seen him truck a defensive tackle before, and I could see it coming when he come around the end, and there was two guys right there. This is not going to be good. Then that's just what he is. I mean, he wants to win. He will put his body in harm's way. He does not slide. We all know that.
Yeah.
You know, and you kind of have to rein him back a little bit. And I'm hoping maybe after this, you know, he gets healthy, comes back, and he's like, okay, I got to take care of my body for 17 games. But I mean, we were just dropping players left and right during the whole game. It just got worse.
Holiday, Jones, Barkley.
Has Galladay been healthy for like 2 games in a row? Because I feel like every time I see that man on the injured list.
But that was.
I'll bring you right back in, all right, bud?
That was such a fluke play. I mean, can you really? I know he got injured on it, but I mean, everyone wants to say Barkley's injury prone, and it's like, no, that's not. I get it, but if he was getting soft tissue injuries all the time, I'd say he's injury prone.
Who's Saquon?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, shout out to Mac the Giant fan, man. Appreciate you for showing your love and support to the channel, dude. And yes, you know, they are scrappy, you know, and I like to see that the fight was there. It was an ugly win, but it is a win, and that's all that matters to me. How they get it. Like Mitch said, it doesn't matter how you get it as long as you get it, and they got it. So, but they did it in an ugly way, but they scrapped their way to get it. So, yes, for sure. And also, you know, like I told Joel, I'll tell you, man, hey, hope Daniel Jones is okay, man, because I watched that live. I saw him get up and do that little fucking shimmy thing. And, he got fucked up. So, I'm sorry for you guys, and hopefully he's good. Have you heard anything about him yet? Is it just a concussion or what?
He's in concussion protocol right now. You know, I say sit him 2 weeks. Don't matter if he clears protocol or not. So I want him sat.
Yeah.
It's not like we're 4-1 or whatever, leading the division or in top for the division. I mean, the year's lost. I mean, what are we going to put out against the Rams on Sunday?
Ooh, that's who you
Yep.
I knew it going into the season. Our depth was there.
Yeah.
And the guys had to have, we had to have guys that would last 17 weeks now. Well, 17 games. And the depth now is proven to be the problem.
So what's wrong with your defense, man? Like, because when we talked before the off season or before the season started during the off season, we've been talking about for a few months. You guys had so much high hopes for this defense. I mean, you guys were a top 10 defense last year. What the hell? Where did the fall come from?
I don't know, because we're only missing one person off that defense last year.
Yeah.
And then not only that, Zimenez and Carter were gone by week 3. All right. So we had rookies out there on the edge. We had Carter Coughlin and I forget who the other. Oh, we had Kyler Fackrell. A couple of guys we got on 1-year deals.
Sorry.
Come on,
you know what? The second half of the season.
On this defense.
What's up, Dante?
What's good? He said, "Don't get me started on this damn defense." Go ahead, Joe.
What's good,
You're fine. I mean, you guys. I get it. I wasn't a fan of Fackrell either, but you know what? Those guys on the defense made us a top 9 defense at the end of the year. So they had to buy into the system. What's changed so much? I mean, letting one guy go in the middle of the line cannot affect the defense that bad. We knew we had no pass rush. We knew that the Giants wanted to do it by a committee, but Lorenzo Carter's not getting there. Zimenez doesn't get there. The only hope we have right now is the rookie Aziz, a 2nd-round draft pick. Ojulari's been balling out, but he can only do so much.
Yeah.
So, the biggest thing that really has been surgeries. I mean, when Nick Gates got taken out, that was the heart of our offensive line. If Nick Gates was still there, this offensive line might be a little bit better than what it. I'm not going to say might be. I think it would be a lot better than what it is right now if Gates is still playing. And I don't expect him to be able to come back either. He's had 7 operations on that leg so far.
Are you serious? Wow.
Yep.
But is the injury to Saquon serious? Because from what I've seen, it looked bad.
It's a high ankle sprain.
No, it's week to week right now is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Usually,
it's
what is it?
low
After like
ankle
4 weeks, you can come back and play. But with low ankle sprain, I'm pretty sure he can play with that, can't you?
I'd set him next week just because we're putting all second stringers out there. Why risk them?
Yeah, like you said, there's no reason to kind of play anymore in his eyes.
Yep.
They haven't really shown nothing to play for, so why waste talent whenever you don't need to?
Right.
So, I have a question then for the Giants. Isn't this Saquon's final year, his rookie deal?
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is his 5th-year option. When was he drafted?
So would you
2018, right?
Yeah. So this offseason,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure is going to get the contract negotiations. Do you think he's worth top money?
I really don't know at this point. I like what he brings to the offense because we all see a different offense when he's on the field. The problem is him staying on the field.
Yeah.
I said I don't label him injury prone, but he does get injured, even though that was a fluke stepping on another player's foot. I mean, it's like he's associated with Murphy's Law. Whatever can go wrong will go wrong. The poor guy.
Well,
I mean, and that's the thing. We got rid of Odell Beckham, and a lot of Giants fans are still upset at that. So, do you really want to give up on talent? That kind of talent.
That was my
well, and that's the thing too. You got
front office.
Well, and that's the thing you got to think of too. You know, if they don't re-sign this man and he goes to like another team that has a good offensive line, and next thing you know, he goes out there next year and racks up 1,800 yards. Oh,
Right.
they're going to be so fucking pissed.
Right.
But if they resign him
Right.
for top money and he gets injured another season, that's 3 seasons in a row, they're going to be stuck.
Yeah, well, you're damned if you do and damned if you don't at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're either going to be the good guy and the saving grace, or you're going to be the animal for letting him go. You got to walk that fine line and figure out what you got to do with him.
Because, I mean, with him in the backfield, with Tony on the field, now we finally got a couple of playmakers.
Yeah.
Wait,
You
I
know?
just lost something here. Hold on. Did the rookie cornerback from the Giants, Roderick Williams, tore his ACL?
Yeah, 6th round draft pick. He was 12 plays he played in the game, and he tore his ACL in his knee. He was our third cornerback.
So it's not the Giants. It's just the injuries. Like Kenny Galladay's not going to play this week.
Right.
Well, they don't have Slayton or Sterling Shepard either.
Right.
That's why I picked up Tony last week and I didn't start him.
Well, and that's why I was trying to tell. Actually, you know what I did? No. Well, anyway, that's why I was telling Logan the other night. You can't be upset though, because you know you guys are out there with Kadarius Toney is your number one now.
Right.
That's not even close to what you started with at week 1.
Right.
You know, and the other two, they're practice squad players. I don't even know who the hell they are. You know, and then you have no Saquon. Booker filled in pretty nicely for you guys.
He's all right. Yeah.
I said nicely. He's no Saquon. He's nicely. You know, so for what you guys had to work with, you guys didn't do that bad of a job. The only place that I see you guys being angry with is this defense because you had so high.
Yep.
I think if your defense wasn't playing as bad, your offense wouldn't be as bad.
Right. I agree with that. And that's what I've been trying to tell a lot of Giants fans. You know, it's like, but the thing is, you know, we've been bad for so long and we had so much hope. We finally, you know, felt good about the defense, which is where a lot of our dialogue came from is, you know, we had a top 9 defense. Okay. Yeah. When you have that, you have that much confidence because, you know, offense wins games, but defense wins championships. We've all known that. And
I'll bring you back in, bud.
And the thing is, we improved so much. I mean, we never got really blown out of a game because our defense was in every game. I mean, the 49ers was the only game we got blown out in last year. You know,
that's pretty much on par with what happened last year.
And that's what we were
going. Issues on defense in the second half. You know, they finally got it together, and you know they had a top 10 defense.
Right, and then everybody was coming back together. We're not losing any players. It's like, you know, we were bringing back 10 of the 11 original, and then all of a sudden it just goes to hell. I mean, Martinez is out. He was out in week 2. You know, that was the captain of the defense, the one guy we probably could not afford to lose. I don't know what's going on with Bradbury. I don't know if it's a scheme. I don't know if Patrick Graham is just trying to install different stuff and these guys aren't getting it. But it's week 5, man. You should have changed it by now.
Yeah.
You know,
that's 1,000% true. Because, again, like I said,
analysts
last season,
were saying we got a really good secondary. We might have had the top 3 secondary in the league with all the talent we had. And it's hot garbage.
It's good, Nate.
Well, you made a point about Bradbury, and everyone keeps on saying Bradbury is a good player, but last year you can clearly see Bradbury was one of the issues you had last season. And coming into this season, again, he's still an issue. Why do people keep on saying that Bradbury is a good player?
He was good last year because his stats, I know people don't like numbers. But when it comes to
all I care about,
I mean, he only gave up, I think it was under 400 passing yards last year, the whole game. This year he's over 400 yards.
Well, that was because
he's given up.
The defense had to cover up some issues with him. That's why no one was really throwing at him.
Well, we didn't really even have a cornerback too. I mean, my God, we had Isaac Yadam out there as our cornerback too. He was Yeah, exactly.
That's a quick move.
Hey, I got
I'm
a
not being
question.
disrespectful, by the way. I really am not. I really didn't know who that was.
Yeah, I
Hey,
got
that's like that's pretty much our
question for Joe and
linebacker
Nate.
core. Who?
That was we traded Denver for him. I think we gave up a 7th-round pick. I mean, at the end of the year, he got a little bit better, but I don't even think he's on the team right now.
Yeah, he got cut.
Oh wow.
Hey, I got a question for Joe and Nate. And first of all, I wanna shout out to Vic and Joe. We watched the excellent game Saturday, that Iowa and Penn State game. That was an excellent football game. That was an
It
excellent
was good,
football
yes.
game.
You
And
kill it.
shout out to Joe for watching that whole game with me. That was an excellent football game. Iowa is a really good football team, man. That's a good defensive line. And Vic watching the Braves with me, watching the Braves with me. But I got a question for Joe and Nate. Speaking this defense, I mean this secondary. Everybody raved about Adoree Jackson and Bradbury. Bradbury was repeatedly a top one of the top corners in the league. Do you think it's more? Do y'all think it's more of the system, or do y'all think it's more of a system between with Bradbury and Jackson, or do y'all think Jackson is really not that corner that y'all paid for him to pan out be? Which y'all think, is it the system, or are you just them putting in the wrong position?
I don't know, because every time I see our defensive backs on the field, they're 10 yards off the receiver. So it's got to be something to do with Bradbury's system. You watch just about every play, they're playing a soft zone, and our corners are not up front and tight.
Oh, believe me, we're all too familiar with the soft zone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now here's my question though. This is the same defensive coordinator you had last year, correct?
Yes.
Yep. And he just changed his
But
whole
see, that's
system.
what doesn't make sense is how can you go from being so good, being in the same system, to being so bad? Like
He changed the
your
whole
system or
system.
something?
He changed the whole.
He was my leading candidate to be the next head coach coming out.
Wait. Why would you change something that works? That makes no sense.
I don't know. Ask him. I don't know.
Ask
Well,
me.
I
Yeah,
think
like
the
I
issue
got
was-
the
know.
No, but I think honestly the issue was, like I said before, last season they had a specific defensive scheme set in place. When they noticed the deficiency, they had to change up on the fly. Now this season, I don't know if they reverted back to what they tried to start to last season, but they're gonna have to realize it's not working again, and they got to go back to what they did the second half of the season, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to do everything they did in the first half of the season last year because they have better players, or at least what they consider they have better players. It's still not working out.
How's Adoree doing for you guys right now?
Who's what?
How's Adoree Jackson doing for you guys anyway right now?
He's hot garbage.
I told y'all that because he was in the AFC conference.
I tell you, man, it's like a 50-50 with that guy. You'll see him make a play, but the guy don't tackle worth a crap.
Dante, what am I thinking about right now?
What? Ben Simmons?
Eli Apple?
Eli
Melvin Gordon?
Yeah, I told y'all that.
Oh.
I tell Nate that,
Melvin Gordon, Dante?
Melvin
No,
Gordon.
don't bring that highlight up again, bro. Never
I
bring
don't
that
even-
highlight up.
I don't
go
have
ahead
it,
and do it.
so it can't come up.
Go ahead and do it. I bet you won't go ahead and get it. Money, Mitch. Hey, but
I'll
if
do
I'm
it.
gonna pay James Bradbury or Dory Jackson by $14 million, I believe that's shutdown corner money, right? When you're making some type of money like that, so I believe Bradbury should be a man-to-man corner, because I believe that's what he is. I believe that's what Bradbury is, a man-to-man corner, not a zone cornerback scheme type of person. Because if you're paying a cornerback 14, 15 million, I expect you to be a man-to-man corner. That's a lockdown corner money. So
It's hard to play man-to-man when you give the guy a 10-yard buffer zone, but with him getting off the friggin' line because Patrick Graham won't put him up there and close.
Yeah, see, that's what you get into
That's
my
what he's
point right
saying.
there. Joel, you perfect point right there. He should be up on the line, pressing the receiver.
I think the guys are being used wrong.
Yeah, man-to-man. He's a man.
So again, it's the Giants. It's the Giants getting the wrong personnel. That's the main issue. Bradbury was the top free agent. Instead of going for someone who fit the scheme, they just went for the top free agent. That's the issue.
So here's my question now. because you've seen this now for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
3 years now?
Yeah.
Whatever. You guys seem like you've had enough already. Is this something like you just blow up now if it keeps going this way?
I don't.
And when I mean that, I don't mean from Daniel Jones, like get rid of him. I mean just from the coaching standpoint wise, like Judge and your Garrett, all of them, just trash them and get new ones in.
I honestly don't know because it doesn't really matter because John Mara is going to have his hand in it no matter what. So it
That's what I was
doesn't
gonna say. The
matter
Mara situation.
if we
That's
blow it up.
No one talks
Hold
about.
on, Nate. I found something.
Oh my God! Don't.
Dante.
No. The Melvin Gordon run versus the Giants.
Yeah,
I will say this though: if the Giants do have a bad season, it would benefit them to clean house. They from Gettleman all down. It's ridiculous. Every year they make bad decisions. They signed Beckham to a contract. Right after that, they just let him go. They pick up Saquon Barkley. It's a great draft move, but every draft pick after that, horrible. You got to clean house. And look at Joe Judge at the beginning of the season. The whole team was fighting against each other. It was a civil war on your team. Then you got people just deciding just to retire because that's a better decision than actually playing for the team. And then when you actually start the season, they revert back to what they did last year, thinking it's going to work. To me, that's the definition of madness.
I'll be right back.
Oh, Mac, he's totally making this kid run like 20 miles now.
And now it's not. He's not gonna get suspended. They said they made it before. He's not gonna get a suspension at all. So
He'll just be running his ass off for the next one.
9 laps around the field.
Every day in practice, 10 miles, son. What now?
Well, I get what you're saying would blow it up, but you know, I liked the Barkley pick. However, at the time, I didn't like any of the quarterbacks that were coming out. Not really. I mean, nobody had their eyes on some of these quarterbacks. I mean, I can go all the way back to McAdoo wanting Patrick Mahomes, but John Mara stepped in and said, no, we're staying with Eli Manning.
Yeah.
You know, look, I mean, you still have to put a lot of this. You still have to put a lot of this on the former GM too, Jerry Reese. And the reason I say this is because the oldest first round pick we have is Evan Ingram, and that's 5 years ago. Evan Ingram is the only first rounder on here from
2016.
Okay, so we're missing a lot of depth. I mean, we should have 7-8 year veterans on this team. That should be our stability. Those should be our leaders. We don't have that. I mean, look, we drafted Justin Pugh. He's gone. We drafted Weston Richburg. He's gone. Those were offensive linemen. Jerry Reese drafted and reached for Eric Flowers. We saw how that went. So even though we're saying blow it up now, I mean, I've been watching this team since 1980. I saw when we got Lawrence Taylor, and I saw that team get built up through Bill Parcells. And I look at everything that Dave Gettleman got his hands on, and Dave Gettleman got his hands on a bunch of guys that were 5-year contract guys that in 2016, the defense played all right. It wasn't great. We did finish 11-6, but we weren't blowing out teams. Eli had to lead us back a lot of those games. That defense really wasn't all that hot, in my opinion. And then after that, we were stuck with these guys for 4 years. And instead of getting rid of Jerry Reese and Tom Coughlin at the same time, they stayed with Jerry Reese, left him as GM. That's when he bought the defense. He saved his job for another year and put the Giants in debt and draft debt in bad positions for another year or two. So then Gettleman comes in, and also, you know what? Everyone says Nate Solder was a bad hire. Okay, I admit Dave Gettleman screwed up on Nate Solder, but we didn't have an offensive lineman. He knew we needed a left tackle. And unfortunately, when you go into free agency, you pay A, money for B, talent. I don't care what team it is. Free agents are free agents for a reason. The team didn't resign them for a reason. Very few guys are let go because they're talented or the team is strapped for money and can't do it. Usually they find a way to keep that guy. So knowing that we needed an offensive line, and then a lot of us believe that John Mara stuck his hand in the cookie jar and said, "You're drafting Saquon Barkley for Eli Manning. I want to give him another run." So hence, that's why we got Nate Solder, who was the best offensive guard or tackle in that free agent class. There was nobody else out there. It's not like we had the draft capital to trade with another team for a left tackle.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if we traded the second round pick, we might have gotten a left tackle, but then we wouldn't have had Barkley. So there's really a lot of blame to go around still from previous management, previous coaches. McAdoo, I mean, he was literally booed when he put Geno Smith in and ruined Eli's starting streak. So there's more to it than what's just going on right now that has led to what this team is right now. And it takes a special guy. Now let's go back to 1978 when the NFL said to the New York Giants, "You've been bad for 15 years. This is the guy you're going to hire as a GM." His name was George Young. The NFL actually pushed a GM on the Giants, and then he took over, and it took him 4 years before we were close to a winning record. So if we blow this up like everyone in the Giants community wants, it's going to be another 4 years. And I don't think Daniel Jones is going to be involved into it. I think that the new GM is going to want his personnel, his people, his quarterback. That way he can say, "Oh, you know what? I screwed up." All right. It's just like if we had Louis Riddick as a GM, we'd have Dwayne Haskins right now and Isaiah Simmons. Because that's who, so we would still be in this same mess even if we had Riddick, because he's publicly admitted who he wanted.
Yeah.
So this has just been a deep, dark hole ever since Tom Coughlin left.
Yo, shout out to the six in the chat. Appreciate each and every one of you being here. And further, that is authentic. That is Michael Jordan. I am a Bulls fan. You know, he was my childhood, and you know, every kid my age wanted to be Michael Jordan. So,
me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
So he hangs there because he's got a special place in my heart, and he's a Bull fan, and I'm a Bull fan. So that's why he's. Yeah, no, I mean, I feel you. You know, I know because, like I said, we met a couple months back. We've always been talking, and you know, I know you guys have had high hopes, and no lie, this season for you feels like our season last year. You know, like we had a lot of high hopes going in last year. Our coaches weren't new. Everybody was familiar with everyone. And, you know, then it comes down to we win 4 games and everyone's like, what the hell just happened? You know, and I feel for you, man. I feel your pain.
Hey, yo, how did it feel?
I don't think anyone just realized the history lesson we just got right now. You know, he just told us like something I never knew. I never knew back in the 70s that the NFL literally put a GM on the Giants to make them better. You know, like that's something that's history that wasn't passed on to me, and I'm pretty sure none of us, you know, knew that either. So, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for that. You know, I can sit back here and listen to you all day. I mean, you're dropping gems right now.
Thank you. I try to use more knowledge and facts than I do. And, you know, like people don't like numbers, but I mean, when you make a point, so, and it doesn't matter if it's PFF or it's PFE or any of them P's out there.
The PFF. It's just 3 letters. PFF.
Well, there's a couple of them out there too. I mean, but you look. I try to look at the whole big picture. You know, I don't want just tunnel vision on a certain aspect of the game. You know, it's like everybody's saying, well, it's Garrett's fault, it's this fault, it's that fault. And it's like somebody wants the Giants fans right now as a community, they want something that they can look at and say, this is wrong and this is what we need to fix. Well, the problem is that's not there. I mean, this team. I mean, the only glimpse of hope we've had right now is Daniel Jones. The kid literally balled out 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row.
Joe, I had to tell you something. Well, even before the week 4, he was the top 10 on the rushing yards, and then after the game, and then after that game against Dallas Cowboys, it went down because even though Daniel Jones is better, but he was improved at the last season because the last season was not very good. But we just saw this season of Daniel Jones with the New York Giants. He see improvement. But the only thing that the issue is about it is they need to improve the defense, the offline, the organization,
Yes.
all of them.
Yes.
All of them. Because all this season so far, the New York Giants has only 4 losses and just 1 win against New Orleans Saints. About the quarterback James Winston, which is drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and they just drafted for the New Orleans Saints. But it just felt that I know those Giants fans are very delusional and they're drinking about it could have been anybody, but they need to improve it and they need to recognize they need to start against 0, or anyways, there's no party for the playoffs. Because those New York Giants right here, they need to improve it or the playoffs is gone.
Well, the biggest hit we took offensively was when Nick Gates broke his leg week 2 against Washington. He was the leader. I mean, Andrew Thomas has shown up this year. He's been the best left tackle that we've had for a long time. And moving Nick Gates to left guard, them couple of drives we had against Washington, that O-line looked good. I mean, Billy Price is nothing to write home about. I mean, we're going to probably pick a center next year. We better pick a center next year in the draft. I want a true center.
Can I ask, what's your confidence level with Joe Judge?
With Joe Judge right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
That could be a problem. That could be a problem about the coach because right now the dead weight about the New York Giants is their coach because he's not doing so good about the strategy.
I mean, right now it's 50-50 because the offense did look pretty good last week. The offensive line stepped up a little bit. But now here's the issue is, you know, I got to wait today and a lot of the Giants YouTubers put out the offensive line report and a lot of other stuff like this. And I watched the game. I saw Nate Solder just getting smoked play after play after play. And I'm not a real fan of him. And, you know, going into the season, a lot of people wanted Matt Pert to start at right tackle. Well, the coach hasn't started him at right tackle, but he played yesterday and he looked pretty damn good there.
Exactly.
Okay, so now it's, you know, that's why when I was asked, what do I think about Joe Judge? It's like, you know, I really have to sit back and think about this because why did he leave Pert out? And Pert was able to play so well on right tackle. If he was able to do that, why didn't he play 2 or 3 weeks sooner? Or is this something that just recently developed? I don't know. I'm not. See, this is the hardest part. You know, we sit here and assume, but we don't really know because we're not in the locker room. We're not in the staff meetings. We're not on the field looking at these guys. I'm not with the assistant coaches, you know, talking about these players. So, with the offense improving, I mean, it's 50-50 because now if Judge stepped in and did something about the offense, now he's got to step in and do something about the defense.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no idea if they're going to keep Graham. I mean, Graham and Judge are buddies. Is Judge going to be able to let this go? Is he going to let him walk? What's going on with this scenario? Is he giving him rope to hang himself? Well, it's way too much friggin' rope because this defense has looked the same since day one this year. It has not changed. It's the same stuff. We're getting picked apart. We got Leo Williams is playing out of position. Dexter Lawrence, I know, is playing out of position. And the edges can't get to the quarterback. I mean,
exactly because even know about that because because they just won the last Super Bowl in 2011. And in the 2016, they went to the playoffs to the wild card, but they lost it after he lost against Green Bay Packers.
Yep. The boat trip.
And also, well, that was they had over the Super Bowl that they won, the New York Giants in the 2011. They had a great players like Odell Beckham Jr., Eli Manning. They have Saquon Barkley right there. So
Odell wasn't here at 11.
Yes, on 11. But what happens between the last 3 seasons? He went to the 4th place, to the 3rd place, to the 2nd place. They went to the worst seasons ever because during the 2018, they went to only 5 games they win it and 11 loses. Yeah. And then to the next season, they went 4 only games win and 12 loses. And the last season, 2020, they went only 6 wins and 10 loses. So let's see. It's not an improvement. It's just like, what's everyone with the New York Giants? They need to improve so much fast. What happened to the New York Giants about their winning the Super Bowl? What happened to the New York Giants around far beyond?
I hit on that when I told you about Jerry Reese and how we drafted Weston Richburg and Justin Pugh and, Eli Apple and Evan Ingram. I'm sorry, but we should never have drafted Evan Ingram. And that was all under Jerry Reese. You can't, we don't have those first round players on this team. We don't have 7, 8, 9-year veterans on this team that have the experience, that have the winning. We are the youngest team in the NFL right now. And with the injuries and everything, and now we're trying to rely on 5th and 6th round draft picks, or how about Mr. Irrelevant as our middle linebacker? The last pick in the draft last year is our starting linebacker in the inside. We're not a team that was built to take on these kind of injuries. And we were never built properly because Mara stuck his hand in the cookie jar and wanted to get Eli Manning another run at a playoff. So we got Barkley, and that was after we got Gettleman. And Gettleman is taking the heat for that so much, it's not funny. It wasn't Gettleman's draft pick. I don't think he wanted Barkley. I think he wanted to rebuild, and Mara said no.
But you can't admit that Joe Judge was all Gettleman. We can't admit the Odell Beckham debacle was all Gettleman. The current state of the Giants, pretty much right now, I would attribute it more to Gettleman than anyone else.
There was rumors that Shermer wanted Odell Beckham out of the team, so I don't know.
Shermer would be that guy. Shermer would be that guy.
That's why
he's a no nonsense.
That's why I have a hard time, because he was tired of all the antics on the sideline. I think Shermer wanted him gone. I don't think Gettleman really wanted to trade him, because that was the last.
You got to think about it. You're the GM of the team. Your coach shouldn't be, dictating what goes on, unless you have a relationship where you think that your coach should have more than 50% say. But then, what's the point of a GM?
Well, and that goes into it too. And if you look at Gettleman, all he did is he went and got the players that the coaches wanted. Shermer come up to him. Oh, that's like James Betcher, our defensive coordinator, when Shermer was here. We got all those ex-Arizona Cardinals players. Betcher was trying to rebuild his defense, and the guys that we had couldn't operate his defense. So we went and got these old guys that just can't do it no more and tried to rebuild the defense under Betcher's system. It didn't work.
Well, hey, real quick, we do have a question here from somebody watching, and they even said they want the Giant fan opinion. With the injuries that we have right now, it's not that many. Kelsey's just kind of resting. You got Mailata and Johnson. What's your take on it? The one thing I'm a little mixed on Johnson, because I've heard multiple things about him. From
I have too, yeah.
Crazy things, and if the pills are one of them, like I don't know how long that was an ongoing issue, but shitty timing on trying to stop. Why didn't you do that on your own time during the off season? You know what I mean? Like that's.
I'll say this though, if it is what we all think that it could possibly be, and that's not reported,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
happy with the fact that he understood that he has an issue, and
exactly.
he brought it up, and he's doing something about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
just shitty time.
I'm not a, yeah, it is. And that could be one of the reasons why there's so many, there's a lot of contention. I know it's just not that one issue. There's a lot of contention with Johnson and the team. Because last
Yeah,
week he wasn't answering calls. They had to send the head of security down there to Oklahoma to bring him back. And I
yeah,
know he has issues with Roseman. It could be that, the guy's going through a lot of stuff. You're going into, is your career going to continue on in Philadelphia? What's going on next? He's already had issues with PDs in the past. People are even saying that could be another thing that's coming up that he wants to avoid. There's a lot of things that people don't know about. But the one thing I will say is, whatever it is, my guy, I hope you do get the help that you're looking for. And, you don't have to go back and feel that the substances or whatever it is that you're finding that you think helps you get through it. I hope you find another venue. You know what I mean, to get out of that, because it's sad. It's sad when someone's going through depression or anything like that. You don't want to see anyone going through that, no matter what team they play for. For the Eagles, the Giants, whoever. It's sad. You don't want that to happen anyway.
Well, and that's why, and even further said it here. I was just about to bring it up. Nick got asked the question today: do you expect him back this year? And he's like, "Well, I hope." So that's a big thing. Like you can't even say he's going to be back. And that really sucks. And that's why I said, and I agree with you. I pray all goodness for him, and hope he gets better. But
is this what's going?
The shitty timing. That's all. That's the only bad thing about it.
Is this your left tackle that has been gone for
right tackle?
A right tackle?
Right. Yeah.
What's going on with him?
Right tackle, yeah.
It's personal
things. There's a lot of things speculating around.
Okay.
Yeah, some people are saying it could be a possible way of him avoiding suspension. It could be the fact that he's had a history with abuse on pills. No one really knows what it is.
Okay.
Because they're just saying it's serious issue. Again, he's had issues with the team for the past 2 years now too. So no one really knows because no one's really saying anything. It is that people know what the issue is. They just don't want to say really what it is because, again, at the same time, it's all about his privacy. You got to respect the man's privacy. You got to respect what he's going through.
Well, and see, that's the thing. You bring up the whole personal thing with Howie, and let's just put it in that perspective, man. If this is about him and Howie or something going on between them that we don't know about, dude, still, fuck that, dude. We need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's personal matters that I understand you being away. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a small thing that you just can't get along with Howie, that's fucked up because you are our right tackle. You're potentially even a Hall of Fame right tackle if you keep going the way you go. But if that's only the case, that why he isn't here, I'm not okay with that because you can still play and have your personal issues with Howie. You don't have to talk to the man. You know what I mean? Like, it better be something serious that you're not here because we need you. You're part of this team. You are our right tackle, and without you, we're weak on that side. So it better be something fucking serious and not just as little as, oh, I just don't like Howie, because then I have an issue. Especially,
I know last season.
Especially, we're trying to keep our supposedly coming up here franchise quarterback. Hopefully, they choose to stick that route. We never know how Howie's going to go. That's why I say supposedly, because it could switch at any moment. But, and we're trying to keep him upright. And the best way to do that is having Lane Johnson on that right side. That's why I said, if that is what it is, I pray for you and hope you better. But if it's just because you don't like Howie, that's fucked up because you're risking our quarterback's health of a personal matter that's not that big of a deal when you can ignore the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just to be, I don't want to say devil's advocate, but just to be on Lane's side, the issue last season with Lane and the team was the fact that the team went behind Lane's back and chose a doctor that Lane didn't want, and basically made Lane have surgery with this doctor who messed up his ankle. And not even a month later, Lane had to go back. So he was already upset. You never know if he looks at the team as like, they really don't care about me. They just want me on the field no matter what. They don't care what kind of treatment I get as long as it's someone who says I'm good enough to be on the field. He could be feeling those feelings too. It doesn't have to be, necessarily with the team and how much money he's making. It could be that maybe he doesn't feel that this team cares for
him. All right. I have to get off. before my stream in an hour. I'm streaming
All
at
right, buddy.
60 stream with Robert. But first, Vic, you have Trey
Yeah.
Lance in our fantasy league, right?
Yes, sir.
He's out for a couple weeks.
God damn it. I can't win with these quarterbacks, man.
Tyler said you want Russell Wilson.
Hey, I just realized something, you guys. You
What's
realize
that?
Vic is the jinx. Every player this man has had on his fantasy team has gone down. He's had all 3 Baltimore halfbacks. He's had
No, I didn't have Dobbins.
No,
I
you
didn't have
had
Dobbins.
Okay, you didn't have Dobbins, but you had the other 2.
Yeah.
You had Trey Lance. Like, how many more guys' careers are you going to kill, my guy? Holy crap.
And you know what the thing is?
Had a lot of injuries too.
Giants fans should be lucky. Oh my God, I got Saquon. Fuck. I'm sorry, Giants fans.
I have Saquon
Oh
too,
my
and he
God.
got injured.
Damn. I am a jinx, man. T's and
Right?
P's.
I have
I'm
George
sorry.
Oh, now we know where. Now I know where to go. Okay.
Yeah, so Clark, get on
Okay.
my guy Vic's channel down here on the lower right-hand corner if you got any dispute.
Okay.
Oh, that's why I had Kenny Galladay on my team this year, on this fantasy team. Oh my god.
Nate, you too. Okay.
I'm a
I
Giants
didn't
fan.
have
I
any
got
of
this
them.
guy.
Hey, I didn't have any of them, so I'm clear.
And I have Russell
Saquon.
Westbrook. Oh, man.
You mean Russell Wilson?
I mean, yeah, Russell Wilson. Hey. Oh, he's
Dude,
not
you
here.
are the jinx. You are the
I
fucking.
am.
Tyler has Wilson in our league. In another
And that's
one.
wild because I didn't even think about that. I'm like, damn, man, I'm in a bad spot. Like, I had 5 different fantasy leagues, and they all have injured players.
I'm in 3. One of them I have Juju. He's gone.
Oh my.
Oh,
Who
You
do
got
I have
TikTok.
injured in this one? Nobody.
and I had, what was it? I had from Cincinnati. What's the kid's name? T. Higgins, and he was injured also. He just came back.
Oh shoot.
Joe Burrow was my quarterback. He had a throat contusion, whatever the hell
Do
that
us
is.
all a favor. Do us all a
Wait,
favor.
so you
Just
said
drop your
Bird Gang
fantasy
has a lot of
teams and
quarterbacks,
walk
you were
away
saying?
fast.
Vic,
Dude,
you said
Bird Gang
Bird
has Jalen Hurts. Who else was it?
I'm
Matt
looking right
Stafford.
now. Give me 1 second. He's
And I
got
want to say it was
Hurts,
someone else.
Stafford, and that's it.
No, he has one more. Look at his roster. He has one more quarterback.
No, I'm looking.
You're probably looking at a different league. I'm talking about our league.
I'm in
Is
the
that
Yahoo one,
Matthew
right?
Stanford?
Because I see it. Because I even told him, I was like, dude, can I get one of your 3? You don't need all 3.
I only see Hurts, Stafford, and the Yahoo one,
Oh my
right?
god, Mac.
I got Jalen Hurts and Derek Carr in my fantasy league. Sorry.
Oh, Jordy,
Derek
he's
Carr
got
has done nothing
card.
for me.
He's got card, Jordy.
I got Derek Carr and Jalen Hurts in my fantasy football league.
All right,
but
I
just
gotta
lost
go. I'll
twice.
see you all.
All right. Thanks
Bye,
for
man.
coming, Mitch.
Yeah, no problem. I gotta catch it.
Right there.
Yeah, he had. Oh, it was Christian Kirk. I thought he had a Kyler Murray. I was about to say.
Oh,
I've been listening to this great conversation
Oh my
backstage
God.
for like an hour.
Here
This
we
is amazing.
go.
Y'all can keep going.
BPS, you're the guy I wanted to talk to. What's up with Russell Westbrook, my guy? What's up with Russell
What the
Westbrook?
heck?
What's good? What's good,
I'm
Vic?
coming after you for that one. We were just talking about that yesterday. What happened to Russell Westbrook?
I
Oh my
Westbrook?
don't
god.
want to talk about it.
Garbage.
I don't
No
want to talk
way.
about it.
There's
I
no
don't-
way that can
Dude.
happen.
The Lakers are in for a shit show this year.
I told Slay he's West Brick, bro. He's not called Westbrook. He's West Brick. He's been that the whole
Yo, he
way.
had
Oh
a
my
horrible game.
You stop it, you Knicks fan. You stop.
Shut up, bro. At least I'm not at least I have the oldest team in the whole league, bro.
Wait a second. Raphael, you are a Panther fan, correct?
Yes, I'm Panthers.
Yeah, I'm
fan,
sorry. I want to ask him. Please let vent. Tell us how you feel, my guy, because I want to know how you feel.
I called that game yesterday. I can chip in if you want on that too.
Oh my God, no! You
Now, but can I say one thing about Panthers fans?
No, you.
Out of everyone we played with this year, Panthers fans are probably the coolest fans out of everyone.
Right?
Like they came
Okay.
through, they were trying to have a good time. They were trying to have conversations. They weren't trying to be disrespectful. Oh, they weren't even saying that they were going to win the game. I don't think a Panther fan outright was like, "Yeah, we're definitely going to win." Like they gave out maybe a score prediction, but like no one outright was like, "Yeah, we're definitely winning."
yes, because I had to say it. I went to that game yesterday with my dad at 1 p.m. and we asked, like Panthers fan, we are very comfortable because at the first time they said, "Oh, we're gonna win this because right now we had a touchdown and And then things that
Yep.
get started.
Back.
Well,
Mac took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to say Sam Darnold did Sam Darnold things for the Carolina Panthers yesterday. That's
oh my God.
exactly
And
what I
that's
was
why
going to
the
say.
reason. That's why the reason Sam Darnold looking ghost right here, because it was the same old Sam Darnold of
Haley
New
Joel
Orleans Saints
Darnold.
with
I'm telling
Oh,
you,
my.
when he gets pressured, he can't handle it. When he gets pressured, he can't handle it. And
You
he
know,
always crumbles.
hey, give him a
But I will say
credit,
this: he
though.
didn't look that bad. It was in the
No.
second half. First half, he was looking good as hell. First half, I was like, damn, he made like an MVP candidate.
I got to say this, Ralph. Chuba looks fucking great.
Oh my!
Chuba looks
Yeah.
good.
I
I'm
just
super
saw it.
jealous.
Just saw it. Chuba Hubbard is very good. It's very
Yes, man.
Is that how you say his name? Chuba
It's
Hubbard? Because
Chuba
the
Hubbard.
announcers were saying it's so wrong.
Yeah.
His
So
name
were they
is
saying it wrong on purpose?
All we had to do
for me,
yesterday
Chuba
to make
Hubbard.
yeah,
For me,
Yeah, they call him
Chuba Hubbard
Chuba. They
is
call him
the
Chuba Hubbard. That's what they were calling him, Chuba
His
Hubbard. What the hell?
nickname is Chubba Bubba Hubbard. That's
You
what
got-
I call him.
yeah.
You
Chubba
got
Bubba
one
Hubbard.
wide receiver there that's pretty damn good, too.
DJ
That
Moore.
yes.
Yeah, that one guy was
The
Robbie
fake
Anderson
number
out.
two.
Yeah.
Bobby Anderson's decent. He's a burner, but like he's nothing like DJ Moore.
Yeah. You
DJ
guys
Moore
Moore is
is
the
very
fake number
good. DJ
two.
Moore is very good.
Oh.
DJ Moore is the fake number two, by the way. I just want y'all
And
to know that.
I will
Darius Slay locked him down. Darius Slay
step
locked
up.
him down. I don't care.
That Panthers defense is for real, though. If you
Yes.
guys
And
can
when
get
they
a
get Gilmore
quarterback,
going,
wow.
Yes, but well, our defense, because at the last 3 weeks, we have the top 10 defense right here with Sam Darnold, DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and of course Chuba Hubbard and Christian McCaffrey before this injury. But we see like the last 3-4 quarter, we just lost it. We just fucked up.
You got
Because it's just like a fumbling.
No,
you
hey,
get
I
tired
got
out. Like it's like you get beat down during the game.
I was
Yeah.
really enjoying watching Jalen Hurts throw your defensive ends off him yesterday.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I cannot believe how powerful this kid is. You know, watching him scramble out and they just try to put a hand on him and he's like, nah, he just shrugs it right
You see
off.
how much he squats?
On that
How mu-
touchdown,
how
on
much-
that
how
touchdown,
much,
he takes
how much
everybody
he
out.
could squat? Like, of course he's gonna do
It's
that. He
620.
squats.
Yeah. But I'm
I think
amazed
that's
that these guys sit here and act like they can take him down real easy. And I think because of how he is, like he's only 6'2", right? Like he's not that big of a guy, so he probably doesn't look that big. But when you hear 620, you're like, yeah, but he's a small dude. No, that shit matters, and he's proven it. You know, not many guys can bring him down so far. The only reason you guys got sacks yesterday is because you jumped literally right on top of him.
That ball to Quez Watkins was beautiful, by the way.
Yes.
Quez Watkins,
Yeah, he throws a nice deep ball.
Quez Watkins is a grown man. Like, this dude can get open on any cornerback there is in this league. Like, he honestly can get open on Jalen Ramsey.
But my thing is, what does Quez have to do to get the ball? Can we get more calls? Matter of fact, I'm dead serious. I don't think Nick Sirianni is the guy that should be calling the plays.
That's serious.
You gotta let him take his lumps, man. That's how he'll get better. I know that's a shitty way of looking at it, but Nick has to fail to be a better play caller.
Yeah, gotta go through them growing pains, man. We all.
But I will say this though, man. Every time I see Quez run a route and him go catch it, all I hear in my head is, "I'm fast as fuck, boy."
That's
all I hear.
Have you noticed? It's like he's like 30 yards away from the damn corner.
Right.
Like he beat him that bad.
Dude, he turned
Mac.
He turned him bad.
Peace out,
Like he did a great job making that corner flip his hip. When that corner flipped his hips, it was over. He had him right where he needed
He
to.
is so dangerous.
Thank
on
you,
the field,
man.
dog. Like,
Yeah, I think our wide
Giants-
receiver corps is a lot more talented than we give them credit for. It's just that they don't have an opportunity to show out. Like even Rager, people are like, "What happened to him?" It's not. I don't think it's anything to do with Rager himself. Again, he's not given an opportunity. You can't say that they're not good players and they're not doing what they should be if they're not even getting an opportunity. Like basically, they've been running decoy and blocking for the past 5 weeks. That's all they've been doing.
Yeah.
Oh, I
If
see.
Daniel Jones was on the Giants, if Quez Watkins was on the Giants and Daniel Jones was with him, they would be a dynamic core.
If Quez Watkins was on any other team, he'd probably like right now he's leading the league. What is it? Yards per catch. Yeah, he's leading in yards per catch. But I guarantee you, he'd probably be leading the league in yards alone if he was on another team because they would focus on him.
He's playing. He's playing really good.
Didn't I just see on Twitter you guys released a wide receiver off your practice squad there?
Who would that been? I haven't kept up.
The one there that you guys.
If you say JJ, I'm gonna fucking. Oh no, you're right.
No,
you're right. No, sorry.
McCall?
It's Travis Fulgham we just dropped.
Yeah, right.
Fulgham.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Fulgham's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, fell from grace. That is a steep and mighty fall from grace. My guy was the number one receiver last year, and just because Alshon Jeffrey, a lot of people attribute to saying Alshon made too much. Nah, wasn't that. It was his play. He couldn't do anything on the practice field, couldn't do a damn thing on the field. And now he's just on the waiver wire again.
Y'all understand that. JJ Arcega-Whiteside is the best receiver on this team. He's like miles better than Devontae Smith.
He's better than Travis Fulgham.
He's better than Devontae Smith too. I'm not even joking. I'm playing.
We take this show way too far.
I'm playing. Joel, if you understood who that was, which you probably do already, you would understand.
He knows who JJ Arcega-Whiteside is.
Oh, he does. Okay.
Yeah, he plays us twice a year. Why would he not?
Yeah.
But he's not
I've
on
been
the
watching.
field. JJ Arcega-Whiteside's never on the field, so.
I've been watching your games this year.
Trust me, he probably watches our podcast too in silence, so he hears us bitch about him all the time. He knows.
Yeah. I might not be here, but I try to catch him on the backside when I get a minute. I've been so friggin' busy lately between YouTube and trying to do my hobbies and everything. I don't have any friggin' time, and I'm retired.
I know my hobby takes up most of my day too, Joel.
Joel's we can all just appreciate Joel's great.
It didn't take up most of my time. I just lose.
Are we all on the same wave frequency here? Like, did you catch what I was?
If it's what I think it is, I don't think you catch the same frequency.
Yeah.
By the way, I agree with you, Eagles Uncensored, on your take earlier that Vic is he always finds a way and manages a way to jinx someone.
Yeah, just go drop your whole team right now. That way, no one else gets injured the rest of the year.
Oh man,
you got Gus Edwards injured. You got who was it? Gus Edwards, the damn Ravens' entire running back core. God damn.
Dude, we have had a lot of ACL injuries this year. It's ridiculous.
Man.
It's crazy. How many? I can't even sit here and honestly count how many ACL injuries.
I'm gonna have to wait.
And I traded Saquon Barkley to you, Eagles. Now I'm starting to really love that
You're
trade.
part of that damn fiasco too, huh, Slay? Okay, I'll pick
I'm starting to love that trade. Thank God I got rid of him.
He's only going to be out 2 weeks.
You still got Hopkins. You still get Hopkins. That's still.
I mean, I don't know where Hopkins has been. Hopkins hasn't even done that good, honestly.
We got.
I think Kyler Murray found himself. That's all it is.
I think we got 3 or 4. It's Kels, Barnett, Mailata, and
Christ.
Else.
Wait, Mailata's out.
Kels will be back this coming week, and Johnson. Sorry, but yeah, Kels will be back. Mailata's will be here. I think that's more of a rest today that they showed up on injury. You know.
Oh my God.
He has 50 fantasy points anyway, so I clearly won that trade.
I'll bet you my team's got 12 guys out. I'll bet you.
But the Giants, if Daniel Jones was out there yesterday for the Giants, and if it wasn't Mike Glennon, which Glennon really didn't do that bad, I'll say that he did okay, but
he was 11 for 15.
But Daniel Jones, if he was on that field yesterday for the entire game, y'all would have probably had a better chance. Y'all would have had a way better chance.
Listen, we missed Andrew Thomas big time yesterday.
Yes.
Because Daniel Jones was throwing up his back foot, missing guys.
Yes.
He was getting rushed way too fast. Solder, I don't think Solder could block a bag of potato chips. I'm dead serious.
No, and Joel, I have to ask you, man, that play when he got concussed, Do you think that was a Daniel Jones thing? He did that on his own, or was that the play call? And did that piss you off? Because like you don't jeopardize your quarterback like that.
You're absolutely right. Why couldn't we have done a sneak? I mean, you got to be kidding me if one of those big guys up front can't move 3 inches. Dude, that ball was friggin' so close to the goal line. And then how did we finally get it in? Booker goes over the top. You're telling me you couldn't have done that play?
Now that's the question though. Do you think Daniel kind of did that off instinct, or do you think that was actually a design play?
I think that was a design play. Because if you looked at how we did the 2-point conversion and Daniel trucked that defensive tackle, that's the same play. The only problem is there was no blockers. I think somebody messed up on the blocking scheme.
You don't think Jones gassed himself by doing that? By getting that good shot on a defensive player? He had a little too much confidence? Because it looks like when they came in to tackle him, they came in with some authority on that hit.
I think he just
that looked like he showed up one too many people.
Well, you know what?
It wasn't.
I'll give him credit. He didn't fumble.
No, and that's the thing.
I don't think he had a choice to. His body locked up as soon as he was concussed.
Yeah, but it wasn't the first hit though, my guy. No lie. When he reached after the first hit, he wasn't concussed. If you look after they tackled him, his neck fucking wrenched in a weird way.
Right.
That's what fucking knocked him out. It was not the helmet to helmet. Because you wouldn't be able to reach if he was already concussed.
I just didn't like the play call at all. You know, I've watched Judge last year. We were at that line, and he ran it 4 times and pushed it into the end zone. Why didn't we just keep doing the same thing? And then we run a play, and we show your defense what we're doing, and then we go out there and run the same freaking play after a timeout. Come on, man. That doesn't take.
Just truck Devontae Booker in there, bro.
I just don't I don't understand though why you make a play like that whenever he's your franchise quarterback. You don't want to put him in that predicament to get injured, and that's exactly what the fuck you did, and that's exactly what happened.
Jason Garrett sucks.
I'm not a fan of the play. I am so old school though. Like I've been watching the football a long time. And you get down there to the goal line like that, you let your hog mollies take over and you push that freaking defensive line back or you go over the top. Yep. I've watched Walter Payton do it for many years. You take the guys out low and you go over the top.
Well, listen, guys, we have been on live for an hour and 40 now. I got to actually take the wife to the grocery store.
I got to call a ball game.
Yeah, it's like 7 o'clock. So we've been almost live for 2 hours here. And you know what? Why don't everybody just go around the panel here real fast? Shout yourselves out. Everyone up here is a content creator, so please do go like and subscribe to their channel. Even if you aren't a fan of the Cowboys, these guys I respect as content creators because when we get together, this is what we do right here. You know, we don't argue. We talk football. We talk logic, and we have fun. So we appreciate each and every one of you coming on. So go ahead, Joel. Go ahead and start.
Man. Hey, thanks for the invite.
We're going to start off with the GOAT.
Oh, Joel the GOAT. No, thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it. Giants content creator. My channel's classified 3Up with Joel. Why is it classified 3Up? Because I like football, I like family, I like fun. I mean, I could keep going on. Friends, and there's just so much to life during the football season. I talk football. When it's not football season, I'll go fishing. Another F, I'll cook food. I like to grill a lot, and sometimes I like to just get on the channel and remind people that even though you're having a bad day, it's not the worst day. I mean, there's people out there that have worse days than you're having, whether it's with health, it's with life, just sometimes you just got to sit back, relax, sit on a bench, grab a cup of coffee, a tea, a pop, whatever, and just watch the world go by. Life's way too stressful right now, and times are just way too complicated.
Yeah, I hear you.
This is why I love Joel, man.
And thank you so much for coming on, man. I always enjoy talking.
This dude's a GOAT.
Half the time, no lie, I even forget you're a Giant fan. So.
Thanks, man.
I wouldn't even know if it wasn't for that damn giant logo behind your head.
Oh, that's my guy, man. I've been backing him since we drafted him. I love this guy.
No, that's not your guy. What are you talking about? Your guy is
Shut
Jimmy
up,
Garoppolo.
Slay. It's not your
That's
Oh, that
your
too.
guy. Jimmy Garoppolo's your guy. You love that man to death. Jimmy Garoppolo's your guy.
I got
not
pressured
you.
into that one.
He didn't set himself.
It's all good, man. Vic, take it away, man.
Oh, what's good, everybody, man? Y'all know who it is. Vic3. See me in the chats. See me on Twitter. You can catch me on my own show after every Eagles game, the Eagles Post Game Panel Show. And you can always catch me with my wonderful co-host over here to the left, or my right, however you're seeing on your camera, or seeing on your TV screen. I got AK and Coils, T's and P's. You know what I'm saying? He's going through that COVID. I know he's going to get through it, with these strong man, that family. We're thinking of you, my guy. Can't wait to get up with you this Sunday for another East Meets West show. Again, every Saturday night. And yo, shout out to Joe, my guy. Like, I love the energy that you bring. I love the positivity you have. And yo, like, for real, thank you for that history lesson. Again, man, like, I'm not a Giants fan, and I would have no problem subscribing to your channel just to hear you all day, man. You're a good guy.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to speak with you, sir.
Yeah, you gentlemen too. You're a fantastic panel.
Yes.
Thank you, man. Go ahead, Nate.
Oh, me. Okay.
Go ahead, Nate.
Me. Okay.
You've been. How long have you been streaming? You're under Vic. You go next. Come on, man.
But yeah, Nate Talks Sports, which Slay calls me Nate Talks Rants, because it's literally now every video is a rant video because the Giants suck.
Every video is a rant.
But Slay knows how great my fans are, but besides the weirdos, but it just depends. If you like rants, if you like me screaming like 40 minutes, just sub, because rants are good for the Giants, because John Mayer sucks. So move on. Kicking trash cans. Move on.
Go ahead, Rabio.
Okay, so I'm right here, Rafael Chasimontilla, as known as El Capitan, Captain Guaro 93. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram as @MedicineRafucho. I repeat, @MedicineRafucho on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok and Twitch as Captain Guaro 93. Captain Guaro 93. You can see, my videos, and also I can see my streamings, everything. I post everything about it, sports, music, pop culture, everything. Also, you can subscribe me on YouTube as Rafael Chacin. Subscribe me as Rafael Chacin, which I had all these chapters of Captain's Corner, which is on live on Friday, 8:30 p.m. because right now I'm going to do a special episode after the game between Philadelphia Eagles versus Carolina Panthers, which is today or tomorrow. I think about it. And also you can follow me on Spotify, which I had a podcast called Rafucho's Jukebox, which is in Spanish, which I talk about music. So it was a great stream, guys. So I will see you there, okay?
Hey, I appreciate you coming on, man, and come back anytime.
Yes.
Go ahead, BPS.
We can mute him.
Yes. You can go subscribe to me at Big Play Slay on YouTube. If you want to go check me out on Twitter, it's the same handle, Big Play Slay. Go on the search bar, you'll find it. It's not the real Darius Slay, by the way, the one that got 2 interceptions. Now that's a big play waiting to happen. That's not me. But if you want to go subscribe to me, you can go catch me there. Talk about my Eagles, my Lakers, the 17-time world champs. Don't talk about the age because that really doesn't matter. We're a young team in heart. We're a young team in heart.
The old team on paper.
A young team in heart. A young team in heart. But I have one more offer. You know how Philly Mike and Lord Brunson have their GOAT talk, right? They need to add Joel on the GOAT talk. They need to add Joel on the GOAT talk because he deserves to be on that panel. Joel is a GOAT himself. Just throw him on that panel, and that's 3 GOATs. That's 3 goated monster right there. You can call like a whole song of Joel.
What do you want, Slay?
I'm just saying, Joel's a GOAT. I'm just saying.
Oh. You thought he threw out a lot of ums right there in that sentence. Have him call a play one time during a football game. And the quarterback is he's back there. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I say a lot. I do
Yes.
have that. It's like a speech impediment or something. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? I appreciate each and every one of you coming on, man. I do. You know, I love talking.
Don't
football.
forget. Don't forget 30.9.
We're young in heart, baby. That's all that matters.
Yeah, and your
like I said, old on paper.
We're young
That's
in
right.
heart. It doesn't matter what's on paper. We're young in heart, and that's all that matters, man. Don't be talking about
Well,
the
listen, we are at an hour and 50 minutes. Like I said, I appreciate you guys coming on. Definitely come back next Monday. We'll do this again. And you know, this has been a successful Sub Monday, and it wouldn't have been successful without you guys. So appreciate you. And thanks for everyone stopping in tonight. You know, I am on the road to 300. I'm one away from 250. So
Oh
Nice.
man, come on, get him
Nice.
there. He's one away. That's it.
yeah, so definitely shout out to the last remaining 4 in the chat. Appreciate you guys for sticking around to the end. I am AK Eagles from the Eagles Uncensored podcast. I may fuss and cuss, but you can count on me and my content like the fucking city bus. Hey, and if you like subscribe, you know what it is, guys. All right. Wonderful stream. You all have a great evening. Fly, Eagles, fly. Coming off yesterday on a win, feeling hyped. And we got a game Thursday night, and let's make it 2 in a row.
The Giants suck.
Yeah.
Hey, Colts Ravens tonight. Colts Ravens. I'll
Leave
see
it
y'all.
at
We'll
that.
talk about it in the chats.
Definitely.
Wagyu. I can.
So, all right, man. I'll see you all later. Thank you.
Yep. Later, guys.
Yep. Y'all have a good day.